Listen up.
This just in.
All the gossip.
The Rumor Report.
Gossip.
With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
So, a woman who says she was sexually assaulted by R. Kelly when she was a teenager said that she also personally witnessed him sexually assault R&B star Aaliyah, who was underage at the time, back in his tour bus in 1992 or 93. Now, they said she would have been 13 or 14 years old at the time that this happened. She said, I slightly opened a door and saw Robert and Aaliyah in a sexual situation. She identified herself on the stand as Angela and said she worked as a backup singer. She also told jurors it appeared that he was giving her oral sex and that Aaliyah was sitting with her legs open and R. Kelly was on his knees in between her legs. So this is yet another one of the allegations. Now, another person... one of R. Kelly's assistants, Suzette Mayweather, sat with his girlfriends at the games, according to another account. And this account says that R. Kelly was obsessed with basketball, and that was his second obsession, second only to controlling women. She said they would cheer for him, and they would only cheer for Rob. When a stray ball came toward the girls and young women, they would go quiet if another player approached. They would cross their legs and look at the ceiling or the wall, according to another R. Kelly employee named Derek Stevens. They said his passion for dunks was second only to his obsession with women. They said if we looked at other men, we would get chastised, and that is according to Jane, one of R. Kelly's accusers, who said she attended his nightly basketball games while dating him from 2015 to 2019.
I wonder what all the artists that did music with R. Kelly, if they ever seen any of this. You know, because there's a lot of people that did music with him, and I wonder if any of them ever seen any of the things that all these people are saying.
Now, R. Kelly's tour manager in the 80s and 90s, Demetrius Smith, told the Daily News when R. Kelly plays ball, he has to have the ball. Everybody got to pass him the ball. And so that was what he said. He said he plays like Michael Jordan, and every stop that they had, they actually had to have a gym for him and reserve a court when they were on the road.
At what point did the judge say, I think we heard enough? Because this seems like it's the longest trial ever.
Yeah, there's a lot of different people who are testifying, and his longtime assistant also testified yesterday that he was so paranoid that he once asked her to change into a robe to demonstrate that she was not wearing a wire. She said that he would make her cry at times, and she also testified that he kept strict policies for his entourage, and one time even made her write a letter falsely confessing to stealing from him, I guess in case he felt like he needed that at some point as blackmail.
And I also wonder, when R. Kelly flew me out, I wonder what his intentions with me.
Well, what did he tell you he was flying you for?
They flew me out, and they put me in a hotel.
But why? Like, did he tell you why you were flying out?
I mean, we were supposed to do a mixtape back in the day.
Okay, so that was his intention.
But he never answered the phone. He just left me in the hotel.
No,
well, listen, you dodged a bullet.
Keep in mind that, he is on trial in New York. They might call you in now. They might subpoena you, Envy, to tell your story.
He didn't fly me out there. I'm not going to nobody's court.
All right, now let's talk about Brittany Renner. She has a child with P.J. Washington, and they've since broken up. And now she is talking about who's next. Here's what she said on social media, because she's looking for somebody to become her child's stepdaddy.
It's officially stepdaddy season. Don't let your baby mama or your baby daddy block your blessings. I know in theory it sounds good keeping the same person to have kids with, but that's insanity as well. So if it doesn't work out with them, it'll work out with someone else. I know a lot of you are skeptical about talking to people with children, but I can assure you, the baby mamas now, today, we don't give a damn. I want you to be around for a long time, not a good time. You can hold my son, put him on your story. I trust his judgment.
You can't have a stepdaddy depending on how much I'm paying you in child support.
What?
How much is PJ paying her in child support?
We don't know.
I thought it was a big number.
It was a rumor. He said it wasn't true. That number that was out there, but...
Because if it's a substantial amount of money, unless she's really looking for love at this point, is she really looking for love?
That is not for us to decide. Who knows what she's really looking for?
Well,
but
I'm sending her healing energy.
All right. And lastly, Halloween is coming up, and there is a company that is paying fans to watch the scariest movies ever made. So it's a finance firm called Finance Buzz. They're offering one person who is, and actually I saw the story and I kind of want to do it. You get to watch 13 very differently budgeted scary movies to see whether it makes a difference how much money they spend on a movie. If it's scarier, the more money that they spend. So they want to know whether or not high budget horror movies deliver stronger scares than low budget ones. They're calling this whole thing Fright Fest, and to determine how finances affect this, you'll look at these 13 movies, and then they actually have a Fitbit, and that'll track your heart rate throughout your movie analysis. And that's how they figure out which is the scariest. And you have to watch all the movies on the list between October 9th and October 18th, and then you get $1,300 if you are chosen to watch these horror movies.
I don't pay people to scare me, and I don't want to get paid to be scared. I'm cool.
I think that sounds like amazing.
But you like horror movies, though.
Yeah, I love horror movies.
Yeah, my wife loves horror movies. I ain't into that.
Me neither.
And lastly, congratulations to Drake. He has broken all kinds of records. 9 out of the 10 top slots, right, on Billboard's Hot 100 are from Certified Lover Boy. So the only song that's on there besides Drake's songs is The Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber. So congratulations to Drake, 9 out of 10 in the top 10.
Man, screaming rules everything around me. Like, it used to be a time that you used to have to get big radio play to even, get on the Billboard top 10. But you could never do a feat like that if it was just about radio anymore.
Correct.
You just couldn't.
No.
You know what I mean? Because radio would be programming one
artists.
record.
Yeah, because...
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And now it's really in the hands of the people at this point.
That's right. All right. Well, happy birthday to Landon. His mom hit us up on social media and said wish him a happy birthday. He's 8 today, so Landon, happy birthday.
Happy 8th birthday, Landon.
Everybody else, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Get your request in. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Shout to Revolt. We'll see you tomorrow.